What is TWS podcast, episode, whatever, who cares at this point?
Bar.
The rants of the vindicated.
It's my podcast and I do what I want to.
People, listen.
Word, is it still live?
It's not working for me, Rich. All right, we gonna keep going. I know I changed my voice at work.
Bars on the radio.
What is TWS podcast?
Ready.
I feel like the Neanderthal.
Staring at my watch and I'm feeling so new school.
Suicide attempts, how many tries does it take? They ain't ready. All right, so this is another episode of What is TWS podcast. Episode whatever, who cares, who's counting at this point?
Not us.
As always, I am J. Flan.
And this is Rich Nerd.
And I think we got a dope episode for you today. I apologize in advance. I know I'm gonna say something offensive. I just don't know any better. Can I just plead ignorant? I feel like I should be able to plead ignorance.
I mean, you know what it is, and it's not just knowing better. It's we know what we know. We know what we've been taught, and you know what? I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna be PC. I said I'm not gonna be PC this episode. I'm not gonna be PC this episode. You know what this episode is gonna be? This is us embracing the fact that everyone deserves to have their voice heard, regardless of what it means to somebody else. So therefore, we're gonna spit just a bunch of thoughts. Few things I'm gonna say I don't necessarily 100% may believe in, but I just want to give all sides of the thought process, all sides of the article, and let's see where it takes us. We're gonna play devil's advocate for some of these.
Man, but now I feel like I should be able to claim ignorance with the stuff that we letting our president get away with.
Oh shit!
Like I've tried to not. I don't really want to talk about him that much, and I don't want to get involved in all of the onesie twosie bullshit that he does and get and make issue out of it. But this last one, how much more of this are we really gonna take? You can just make a purely unsubstantiated claim. You can tweet out stuff calling a person bad and in parentheses sick. You can stir up a whole bunch of people who now can't be calmed down. You've said it. Regardless of what happens, people are going to run with that now. But then all of a sudden, when people say, "All right, we just need some proof," then you send your boy out there. You don't even say it. You send your boy out there to be like, "We meant wiretapping in the broader sense of surveillance, and we never specifically meant that Obama was aware or personally involved in any of it." Even though you mentioned his name several times, pretty much called him a bad guy, sick guy, and weren't using quotes in all of those tweets. How do you just get the ability to do that? You just jump out there and say whatever you want to say. That's libel. And if this is not substantiated, you could be sued for libel. He said in tweets in a public forum that Obama broke the law, pretty much. And
anybody else would have been sued. If
you can't even back that claim up with anything, that's libel, right? How many times does this administration have to break the law and we turn a blind eye to? Are his supporters really rocking with this? This is okay too? What's the explanation? Are you really going with this Spicer backpedal move that he's doing? It's clearly backpedaling. One day you was circle the paddy wagons, pick Obama up, he broke the law, we gonna get him, and now you're we wasn't even talking about him for real. Yeah. I think and Spicer said something like that, they asked if Trump's tweets and stuff should be taken seriously, and he was like, yeah, when he's not joking. What the fuck?
So how are you supposed to know?
Yeah. So basically, he can say anything.
Exactly.
I'm flabbergasted. I'm befuddled. I'm befuddled. I don't understand how the world is watching us right now, and this is what we're doing. We got to be the biggest.
We're looking like fools.
Yeah, we got to be the biggest laughing stock in the world right now. This is new. And then it goes back to something you said before. I wonder what's happening. Maybe what was this a smokescreen for? What was this thrown up so that we would miss the other thing that was happening?
Exactly.
What
are they
misdirection
sneaking
was
in? It's
I mean,
crazy.
tired of this sleight of hand, misdirection, just bullshit. But these false accusations are so hurtful because once you accuse somebody of something, it's hard to take it back. Like there is a entire subset of the population right now who, no matter what happens, because basically he's saying he's not going to take it back. I'm not going to prove it nor take it back. So this just going to
deal with it.
Yeah, it's just going to sit out there, and there's going to always be this subset of the population that believes that he did it, just because somebody said something that they couldn't back up with a thing, that they could have confirmed or denied with a phone call, and refused to do. Like that's why it's got me so upset. How much more, Rich? How much more?
I believe me. I get it. I think it's BS. It's stuff that he's been doing that a lesser person would have been vilified and persecuted. He, as the president of the United States, he blatantly accused a former president of wiretapping him. This defamation of character. It's wrong on so many levels. Walks away scot-free.
Scot-free. He didn't even have to come out in front of the people and do that backpedal move. He said, like, how what kind of bitch assness is that? Like, like to just be completely 100 with this. Like that's the most bitch move of all time. Like you gangster enough to put the tweets out there and accuse somebody of doing. First you do it on tweets. That was bitch ass move number one. And then bitch ass move number two is I'm not gonna take it back. I'm gonna send my boy out there
deal with it
to spew some nonsense. And then you got Kellyanne going on shows sounding stupid, talking about microwaves and cameras and trying to deflect and spin.
Yeah.
I'm telling
and then look where the conversation goes to Kellyanne on microwaves and cameras.
Talking to these people, I swear I watched that interview and it's like he said to her, "Is the sky blue?" And she said, "I don't know what you're talking about. The sun is yellow."
Exactly.
And he was like, "What the fuck? Does that have nothing to do with what I asked you? Is the sky blue? I'm looking at the sun. It's yellow. What are you? Are you crazy or am I crazy?"
And
Which
this
one
goes
of us
back
is
to
crazy?
what you said a few episodes ago. If you can't even agree on a common frame of reference,
How do you talk?
you can't have a conversation with these people. Can't have a conversation with these people. This man got up in front of the nation and said, "I will grab a woman by the pussy and do whatever I want." Obama wiretapped me, all types of shit, and he was elected president.
And people already talking about he gonna win another term.
Bill Clinton got some head, and he was impeached. You know what I mean? It's just,
They already talking about 2020 with this dude. Like we already want to sign up for 4 more. We haven't even made it 100 days, and we want to sign up for 4 more.
and they're already touting that his unemployment numbers and figures and everything that he's just doing so great. Never mind the fact that he's closing out
Right. This
Obama's
is still the
quarter.
fiscal
He
year.
didn't do anything. He hasn't changed anything yet. His shit don't kick. It's not going to kick in yet.
Yeah.
When his shit do kick in, it's going to count down those 24 million people that's about to lose their health care with that new ACA Act he's trying to put out there.
Yeah, this. I don't know.
It's fucking ridiculous.
I don't want to do politics and stuff, but
It's just hard not to when you got an ass hat like this front of the country.
I got to wake up and I'm telling tomorrow we watching SpongeBob or something in the morning. I don't want to see no more news, man. Fuck the news. All right, I'm sorry, Rich. I got the evil out. What's good with you, bro?
Not much. What I wanted to talk about, the fact was that who the hell is this?
Paging me at 5:40. No.
So what I wanted to talk about was the fact that so I looked it up online and I was like, I think, March is National Something Month. Couldn't remember what it was. So I was like, let me look this up. So I Google it, like what are we supposed to be celebrating in March? So I was like, I think it's National Women's Month, but I wasn't too sure. So I motherfucking look it up. Do you know that March is National Motherfucking Everything Month? I gotta put the motherfucking in it because this shit don't make no damn sense. March is National Every Goddamn Thing Month. I looked this shit up on a National Day calendar. It is National Asset Management Awareness Month.
Damn.
Asset Management Awareness.
Shout out to asset managers because y'all do some thankless work.
So they got a whole money. You know what? I'm out here keeping track of everything in this goddamn warehouse in DXC. I know exactly how many laptops we got. I need a goddamn month to celebrate me.
Exactly.
Irish American Heritage Month, National Caffeine Awareness.
Irish American Heritage? Oh, I'll take that.
caffeine awareness, celery, cheerleading safety, craft month, credit education month. But somebody need that credit education month.
They need to be concerned with cheerleader safety at all times. That shouldn't be just
Listen.
one.
First of all, and some of these are just stupid. National Flour Month, Frozen Food Month, Kidney Month, Noodle Month, Nutrition Month, National Peanut Month. First of all, this shit right here is stupid. National Sauce Month. Sauce needs a month. Sauce gets play every day of the year.
Yeah,
Sauce don't need a month.
I might use that tonight. Hey, you know it's National Sauce Month.
A National Umbrella Month. So because we don't appreciate umbrellas, every chance we get.
It's a lot of crazy because I do the National Day calendar on my Google. And it's a lot of crazy day. Matter of fact, Tammy texted me at work and told me today was the national men's equivalent of Valentine's Day. She saw
Steak and BJ Day. Steak and BJ Day. Yeah.
Am I the only
God damn it!
motherfucker?
And I made them tacos. I totally forgot about Steak and BJ Day. I came home. I done made these tacos for Renee. She done got up. I want my goddamn Steak and BJ.
Hey.
Babe, you're listening to this late. I'm sorry. Apologies. We're gonna make this retroactive though.
Hey, I'm just saying it's National Sauce Month and National Steak and BJ Month, Steak and BJ Day at the same time. Hey, I don't know what. Y'all can thank me later. Yo. Well, by the time this episode airs, it would no longer be Steak and BJ Day. So I hope that worked out for you, bro.
Man, this shit is crazy. But yeah, it just don't make no sense. National Music in Our Schools Month. National Professional Social Work. Why is it National every motherfucking thing month? People are just making up holidays. You know what? This needs to be National Awareness Month.
Awareness of awareness.
Yeah, you might as well something on types of shit.
Are you aware?
Shit, this is International
of being aware.
Listen to TWS Day. That's what this need to be. The whole month. Listen to TWS every day.
We should just claim April. Y'all. Let's just take it. April is the White Pants. It's National White Pants Society Month.
Shit, this shit don't make no sense. I just had to get that off my chest because it don't make no goddamn. It got me tongue twisting and tripping over my words. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be celebrating them. All of these man-made.
Hey. You celebrate Steak and BJ Day, man. You motherfucking celebrate Steak.
Can't believe I forgot about that. Making these goddamn tacos. You got 2 days. You lucky.
National Steak and BJ Day.
But we can go ahead. Woosah. I got it out. Got the evil out.
Got the evil out. I mean, it's much more evil to come. Where we, I looked at your list because you took the reins on this one and put together some topics for us tonight.
I saw so many topics, so much stuff flying in the news, so much stuff that needed to be mentioned. I was like, you know what? We gonna get some feature-packed content coming out this mofo.
All right, so ain't nothing to it but to do it. What we got? All right, so this one, I'm confused, and this is where I know I'm a fuck up. I know I'm gonna say the wrong thing several times, so my apologies.
All right, so I'll say what it is,
all right,
and lead it in. And then we can have a discussion about this. So I've been looking through the news, and a few news outlets have been, gathering some facts and figures and whatnot. And I saw a post up, and it was chronicling the uptick in sex change, no pun intended, on birth certificates where transgender citizens are concerned. So basically, people are actually going into the government or Department of, I forgot who.
Vital Statistics?
Yeah, Department of Vital Statistics.
Yeah. And
petitioning or doing whatever they have to do and getting their official birth certificate changed from whatever it says that they were born as to the sex that they are now transitioned into, which then says, it gives them valid ID that says, okay, you know what, I'm actually a girl, I'm actually a boy or a man or a woman, which also then enables them to also get their official government ID. And one reason I read that people were doing this is because it's basically like a loophole or workaround the current bathroom laws. If you say, Billy, who's now Christina, he was born a man, so therefore he can't use the woman's bathroom now that he's Christina. Well, Billy's ID says that he's a woman, and you can't tell a woman that she can't use the women's bathroom, the ladies' bathroom. So a lot of people are using that as a workaround, and it's like I can't even say I don't know how I feel about this because I have mixed feelings on this.
You know? Jesus.
And it's like on one hand, I'm not against if that's what you recognize yourself as, that's what you recognize. You know, if you're were born a man and you're now living as a woman, you were born a woman and now you're living as a man, fine. If that's what you recognize and when that's your prerogative. I'm not against that. And I'm not saying I don't want to say that you should not be able to have your birth certificate and ID changed to reflect who you are now as a person. That's totally fine. But then I also see so much that can go wrong with this as well.
Yeah.
You know, it comes with the like are we gonna treat this as the honor system? So case in point, I had a friend that this actually happened to. He met a woman. They were getting along. He was at the bar. He was buying her drinks. They went back to the house. They did whatever. Everything happened. Like, it is what it is. Slept with the woman. They had a good time. They were messing around. They went on for a few dates or whatever. And it never dawned on him to say, you know, were you born a man? Because why would you even think that?
Right,
you know,
right.
she had undergone the full, I don't know what you call it, the trans operations.
Right.
So he is fully a woman now. They're able to have sex, do everything. Got his Adam's apple shaved. Everything was done.
Yeah.
So I forget how he said he found out. He had met some of her friends one day, and somebody had mentioned it in passing, and then he started noticing like one or two older pictures in the house. So he finally confronted her. And they were getting loud with each other, and like she finally was like, "Oh yeah, you know, I was born like a guy, but that's not me, and you should love me for who I am right now." And point blank of the story, you know, if you're identifying as a woman, you're living as a woman, your birth certificate, your ID, and everything says you're a woman. For all intents and purposes, you know, you are a woman. But where's the line drawn at? You know, as a common courtesy, as human decency, shouldn't you have to tell your mate the truth? Or is that something that you're just allowed to keep to yourself? You know what I mean? Do you just get married to this person? Do you have your whole last relationship, get married, you can't have kids, and you're like, well, the reason I can't have kids is because I'm infertile. You just keep lying to the person because where we are with science, you can honestly never know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He found out by accident. He could have been with this person forever and just have never known. You should at least give that person the opportunity to decide if that's what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's just weird. So I think this just goes one step closer to allowing people to, I guess, deceive other human beings. Should it matter if you're a woman or a man? No. Does it matter if you were born a woman or a man and you have transitioned? Yes, you need to be honest and upfront, and you need to still let people give a person the opportunity to deal with it, and then, you know, to accept it and love you for who you are. Don't deceive them and force you into thinking something that's not. So I think this puts us one step closer to that.
Yeah, it's all just again, you know, and I hate to harp on the same point over and over again every time we had this discussion, but it comes down to definition to me. It's like what is a woman? What is a man? Like what or what the and I man, like I was reading the article. I was reading some of the articles you sent me, and I was looking up some things, and I had to correct myself because I operated under the understanding that gender referred to biology, and it doesn't. You know, according to everything I've read, gender is a social cultural term. So I can understand socially and culturally how your gender could change, or your gender is more what you identify as or what you're recognized as. I can completely understand that. But on your birth certificate, my understanding is what's there, what's supposed to be there, is your sex, and sex is biological. As a biological term.
Exactly, sex and in human genetic, it's biological, like you said.
Yeah.
But it's we're turning something that is, or I guess at this point was biology, into purely a social construct.
We're I think people are trying to do it, but I think at the end of the day, you're still missing like no matter what, you know, in terms of being a woman, like, and I had this argument with my wife when Elise was being born, because prior to her being born, it came up with the issue came up with getting her ears pierced, and I was wholeheartedly against getting my daughter's ears pierced. And I had so many people get so upset with me because I didn't want my daughter's ears pierced. And her ear piercing has nothing to do with like gender issues or anything like that. I feel like jewelry is for adult women, and I thought that's like a rite of passage. When she got to a certain age, we would do that. But as a baby, she didn't need her ears pierced. But the argument I got from so many people was like how would they know it's a girl, and, you know, women are supposed to have their ears pierced. And like, earrings have nothing to do with womanhood. Like, earrings don't make you a woman. Clothes don't make you a woman. Wearing a dress doesn't make you a woman. Long hair doesn't make you a woman. Makeup doesn't make you a woman. Fingernails don't make you a woman. You know, none of these things make you a woman. Like, what makes you a woman?
And then see, here's where the argument is. The argument could be said that biology 100% makes Elise a woman. But then by the same token, and see, this is where it gets confusing, because I can see where social constructs and the way society is built right now is what shapes and helps people to perceive and understand what a woman and femininity is, what a man and masculinity is.
And femininity and being female are two different things.
Yeah, you're right. So, and I say that to say, they're social constructs, and the mind's eye, when you're dealing with social perception, earrings automatically equates to woman, and so I can almost see where Elise growing up, you know, she's looking at other women and like, all of those girls have their ears pierced. My mom has her ears pierced. My grandmother, my auntie, you know, how come I don't have mine? You know, so it comes to the point where it's like, okay, automatically, because of the social constructs and the way it's become, the child will now want to mimic that 100%, because that is the frame of reference they're using to help themselves identify.
All right, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, those social constructs to me are attached to gender, and if you want to change your gender, I believe we're in a world right now where that's possible. The thing you can't change is your sex, like whether she has an earring or not. Yeah, she's female.
I can agree with that.
She's going to be a woman, you know, whether she has an earring or not. Whether she decides 10 years from now that she wants to identify as a man, she's a female.
The United States government would beg to differ.
She's a female.
I tried to say that with a straight face.
Yeah, I believe that she can identify as a man, and if she wants, you know, to be recognized as a man, that's fine. But I think going back and changing someone's birth certificate, and that to me feels like perjury. I mean, that just feels like a lie.
That was my other thing. Where,
like, falsifying government documents.
So where do you draw the line of falsifying government documents and perjury? Like, you know what I mean? Where is the line at? Because now you're legally telling people it's okay to change this because the government says so. You know, so you got to go through the government. It's okay to lie here, but not lie here. Right. You weren't a woman when you were born. Right. Your certificate was made when you were born. When you were born as Adam, your certificate said July 9th, 1986, Adam was born a male. To now have your birth certificate of your birth say, no, July 9th, 1986, Christine was born as a woman, that kind of seems like perjury to me.
To me, it goes back to like, what do we define as being a man or a woman? Because if you're saying the person was born,
apologies, I didn't mean to say woman. I meant to say female.
Female.
I meant to say female
or male or female. And that's
and see, this is the thing because it's adding so many layers to it. It's hard to
get lost in semantics.
Male and female, man and woman, absolutely used to be interchangeable because you knew exactly what somebody meant. If I said Jared was the man, Jared is the male of his home, whatever, you know what I'm referring to regardless of what word I say because it's interchangeable. You know what we're referring to. It's finite. We have a baseline, and that baseline has been shifted. And it's been shifted indefinitely, and it's to the point where, just like you said in the beginning, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but how do you? It's like you're forever walking on eggshells because you don't know what's okay because the public is forever changing the definition of something. So that's why I said, at this point, we might as well just it is what it is and say what you're feeling because that's what this forum is for. That's what we started this podcast for. To raise awareness to topics like this, and it's not vilifying anything, but it's to help us understand, help the listeners understand, and overall, it's like what the fuck is going on because it's hard to have a conversation. Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, but I mean, and
we're tripping our own selves up trying to talk about this.
And so I'm trying to be more free. In 15 months when I can drink again, don't worry. But for now, I just think about it. I married Tammy, and yeah, I married, the woman I wanted to be with the idea of one day having a family with it. That was a part of the deal. It was a part of the dream. And if God forbid something had happened that we weren't able to have children, I would have understood that and then still accepted and loved her. But if entering it, she knew she couldn't have kids. And she knew I wanted to have kids, and I don't know. Like this, it's just, oh Jesus, please, Lord, help
That's what
me.
I'm saying. It's
I don't understand. We are attacking definition, and this is what I said, like months ago, and this I was saying it in terms of Trump, or in the terms in the whatever. In the context of a conversation about Trump, but it applies across the board. Like where we are right now, you need to decide what you believe in, and you need to hold on to it for dear life because it is under attack. Like definition is being attacked. Nothing means
across the board
anything. And so I'm saying now where do we draw the line? Like. If you can, because it used to be, I was reading the article, so it used to be in order to do that, in order to go change your birth certificate, you had to have for lack of a better term, a doctor's note. Like you had to have a physician say that you were, you'd either completed or going through the process of gender reassignment, and so that was enough to warrant a change of the birth certificate, which I'm not sure I agree with or not, but it's, whatever. It's not my life, not my birth certificate. But okay, so what's to stop me now? So they took that away. You don't have to have that level of proof or whatever, and that's why you've seen this uptick because now you don't have to have a doctor sign off on it to do it. You can just do it. So I mean, what could I change if I wanted to change that? Like, could I change anything else? Could I change? Could I say I identify as someone who was born in Uganda and change the location of my birth?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just opening the door for too much. And then you got to think about too all of the shit that can go wrong. If all of a sudden Jim wants to say he identifies as a woman, Jim could be a serial rapist who raped 40 women as Jim, who now gets his birth certificate changed and is living as Susan, scot-free as a woman. You know what I mean? And who are you going to look for?
I guess that's where I don't know. I guess that's where Social Security numbers
and that's stuff. An extreme case. But people it's just too much going on. You're getting your Social Security numbers or cards changed. Like you're editing government documents.
You're editing the past. Like, you're editing...
Erasing it.
You're editing the timeline. Like, no, this didn't happen this way. It happened this way.
And it's...
Because I say so. All right, so here's where I'm probably really going to fuck up. Like, I'm going to fuck all the way up right here because I can hear people already saying I'm equating something serious to something not so serious. So you were just saying, like, we're making all these decisions, like, we're making all these changes without really looking at the future effects. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, we keep making a change, and then when we run into the consequences of that change, we make another change, and then when we finally hit the consequences of that change, we make another change. So I'm a vapor, right? Mm-hmm. I'm a vapor. And so I'm not really comparing the two, but I'm kind of comparing the two. The whole argument against vaping, the reason why people are trying very hard, and you have communities of people who don't have anything to do with smoking, who don't vape at all, who just hate it and will preach to you about the negative effects of it based on all these, you know, these articles and things that they read. But they're saying we don't know the long-term effects. Mm-hmm. So until we know the long-term effects, they're trying to legislate it out of existence. They're trying to end it completely. And that's something as simple as me inhaling a vapor with or without nicotine in it. We're going to go through all these steps to make sure we know every possible thing about it and all the future impact of it before we allow it.
And see, that's what I'm saying.
But in this case, it's just, somebody feelings hurt, change the law. Mm-hmm. Right now.
And that's the part that kills me. How they're picking and choosing what they want to do. Somebody decided we are going to vet the hell out of a vape.
Yeah.
But gender reassignment and changing your sex and not being PC because somebody's feelings was hurt and you know what I mean? Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
Complete attack on social constructs, personal and religious beliefs. That's fine. Somebody smoking an e-cigarette, put a halt on that. You know, we don't know the permanent. First of all, I'm smoking an e-cigarette. This has nothing to do with anyone else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So that's the same argument.
Them doing that. Yeah. That's outwardly affecting the world.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. But at the end of the day, if you want to be who you want to be, I'm cool with it. There has to be limitations to how far things go, and I think like we are slowly like breaking down all those limits, and we're getting to what we talked about before, to the be, say, do, and I'm afraid that people are going to be shocked and appalled when you knock down all these barriers. What people are able to be, say, and do. Mm-hmm. You know, you're knocking down these barriers because you want people to be able to be, say, and do specific things, but you're knocking them down in a way to allow anything to come behind it. So you're going to be surprised when people can be, say, and do anything. I don't know if we're ready for that, but you know, more power to you, people. I love you. If you're listening, I love you.
And I just want to reiterate, like, this is an attack. Isn't an attack on anyone. They're just trying to understand.
Just talking through a subject. Just talking through something.
So, since we're on LGBTQ,
I would love some feedback. I would love to. I want to talk to somebody. Like I feel like I'm talking about something without a person that can talk back to me. You know, from their perspective. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't know enough. You know, to have all the opinions that I have. Maybe I should. I need someone to, you know, bounce these ideas off of. All right. What we got next, Rick?
So I saw this online, and see, I thought this didn't make any sense. So there is an attack on the new Beauty and the Beast movie because there is, I guess there are two males, and because they're gay and they're lovers, and I think they share a kiss in the movie, people are against it, and some movie theaters have banned it. A string of movie theaters in Alabama have banned the movie from their theaters, saying, you know, oh, that's an abomination and it's against the God's law and blah, 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 and they don't want to expose their children to this. So they're banning the Beauty and the Beast from their movie theaters. which is
I mean, didn't Moonlight just win Best Picture with like a hand job, like a homosexual hand job in the film?
So this is the other thing. Well, outside of that too. So Russia was thinking about banning it also because we already know how Russia feels about
Homosexual.
yeah. So here's the thing: they banned the movie because they share a gay kiss, and they don't want their children and their people exposed to it because it goes against Christianity. What about all the movies with people shooting up and getting high and overtly having sex and everybody's naked? Didn't Wolverine
killed everybody.
Killed everybody. He murdered everybody. Had a daughter that was made in a test tube in a lab. People having sex. Everything is in a cursing, drugs, fighting. That movie was okay in Alabama. That granted, Logan was a hell of a movie. Nothing against it. All of that shit was okay in motherfucking Alabama. But these two guys kissing for a split second is against God? God don't got nothing to say with 1 million people that just died? Get the fuck out of here. Come on. This don't make no sense. You can't pick and choose when you want to be holier than thou and righteous above all. It doesn't make any sense. Too many wars have been fought in the name of the Lord.
Hey.
It doesn't make any sense.
Say, do anything, Rich. If I
This
want
shit
to
is
be,
fucking retarded.
if I want to be discriminatory towards a movie and pick and choose when to use my religious beliefs, we live in a world that I can do that now.
And apologies for cursing so much. Sorry, not sorry, because this shit don't mean no motherfucking. Wait till the next episode. Listen, potty mouth
podcast.
Yeah, I say what the
and I
motherfucker
curse if I motherfucking want to.
Yeah, but this shit don't make no
any
sense.
motherfucking time.
I'm sick of this fucking pick and choose shit. But I feel like we about hitting our time. I just want to squeeze this one in really quick.
Pause.
Pause. So they said that this was a rumor.
This is
not
squeeze
sure.
this one in. This is good.
Not sure how. I think it's a rumor. It's still funny, so I'm going to mention it. Little M.A. Young M.A.
Don't call it little M.A.
Young and my
Shit come out
bad.
here and kill your whole family, nigga.
Young M.A. is in Jamaica performing. And the story goes, her and some people's got pulled over in Jamaica, and she was arrested because she had a concealed item, but it turns out what they thought was a gun was a 9-inch strap-on in her pants. Hey, they're saying it's a joke, but at the same time, she was up on Breakfast Club talking about her strap-on, so I'm inclined to. We all know she has a strap-on. I'm inclined to believe that she riding around and getting it, and she just got this strap-on at all times, and she ready to pull out.
I don't know. Her folks say she didn't get arrested. She said she didn't get arrested.
It's funny as shit.
For people, it was the most hilarious thing I had ever read in my life when you sent it to me. If that had actually happened, that would have made my day.
Still funny.
Her people saying it didn't happen, but am I the only one? I can't say shit. Fuck it. This is my podcast. I'm not feeling Young M.A. Like I'm not. I don't get it.
I don't get it either. Right?
One, I'm just not for this overtly gangster rap anymore.
Yeah.
Like I'm not one for it. I don't.
And it's not shade. It's not hate.
It's not hate. It's not because she's a woman. It's not because she's openly gay. I
don't necessarily like the bars.
I don't like the bar. I don't like the flow. I don't like the content.
Yeah,
it ain't for me.
But
they like comparing her to compare because she using like Jay-Z beats. They comparing her to Jay-Z,
and that's just ridiculous.
And she this and she that. Like
talking about she the best out of Brooklyn. That's ridiculous. I feel like when this whole current crop of performers, everyone needs to keep best out of their mouth. Period. Stop the comparison.
Yeah.
Just stop it, Five. Stop it. Don't make no sense. Don't do it. Just don't do it.
Hey man, where is Raw Digger when you need her? Though? Where you at? Raw, we need you. Or Raw the MC, Rhapsody.
Shit don't make no sense.
Jean Grey, any of them, man. Like I don't know. Yeah, I'm just like I keep seeing these freestyles, and I'm like, I get it. Like compared to Lil Yachty or Lil Uzi Vert or MC such and such, whatever the fuck these.
There's probably somebody out there calling himself MC such and such.
If they not, they're gonna steal it now.
Who thinks of these names? Woosah.
Uzi Vert. I gotta change my name. What should I be? I don't know. I think Jay Flan is weird enough as it is.
J. Flan the man.
Hey, I gotta write that movie though, The Flan. I gotta write that shit. Like, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope.
We saw.
I don't know, man. But yeah,
Glad I got all that out.
people, I love everybody. I really don't like. Here's the thing about me. Like, 99.9% of shit that goes on, I could give a fuck about. Like, I really don't care enough to honestly, like, discriminate or feel some kind of way about it. Like, I don't care what you do. Like, not in a mean-spirited sort of way. I just don't care. Like, I have enough, trouble managing my wife and my daughter, my own household, going to work every day, trying to record a podcast. Like, I don't have the time nor energy to care about, to care that passionately about what other people do. I do talk about it, and, I see things in the news, and I have conversations in my head, about, and that's what this podcast to me really is, like me getting a chance to have the conversations I have with myself, with Rich, and hopefully, guests in the future, and put it out there for the people to hear. But no malice. I don't care. The only things you don't want to bring up around me is Tupac and Biggie, and I don't know, something about fried chicken. Like, those are areas I wouldn't fuck with me on. I just don't.
Yeah, don't do it.
I've had some bad nights started with a Tupac conversation. We're gonna do that one day. I keep saying I'm gonna do my Black Card Revolt episode, and I'm gonna do all the stuff that we get my Black Card Revolt. My dislike for Pac, my dislike for Mary J. Blige, Tyler Perry, Chitlins, Black Eyed Peas.
I don't fuck with Chitlins.
Collard greens. There's a lot. We could do it one day. All right, but I think that's enough for this episode. We're gonna.
Yeah, I think we got the evil. I think it was a good conversation. We gonna be back though. We got some more stuff to talk about in the future, so we're gonna save some of the energy, save some of the thoughts for the next episode. So we'll catch y'all last time before we leave. Don't forget TT Charities.
TT Charities, not Tessa Thompson, but Tavares Taylor. Tessa.
Had to squeeze that one in.
TT. Please, ttcharities.org. In all seriousness, check out the website. Donate time, clothes, food, books, toys, whatever it is,
if
money.
If you can, a retweet will do.
Yeah, if all you can do is retweet or share with a friend, that helps too. Flint, Michigan, again, 3+ years without clean water. We got to do something about that. And I know Tavares and ttcharities.org is definitely involved. So check them out. Jamel.
My boy Jamel Crothers. Definitely just released his 4th book, America Under Mind Control. Once again, we'll go ahead and try to throw that link up there one more time just to make it easy for you to find him. But definitely just get on Amazon, look up America Under Mind Control.
Yeah, we're going to have him on the show.
Yeah,
so.
And you'll see his bio come up. And all his books come up. So definitely it's worth a look. He's a African-American black guy. Real cool, real down to earth. As if that wasn't the same thing. Sometimes I don't know what to say. Sometimes I say black and people are like, no, African-American. I say African-American. You mean black? So I don't even know what to say anymore. So it's like goddamn social constructs fucking me up in my own verbiage. But so that's it. Come back and join with us.
All right.
Peace.
Till the next time, be the light. Peace.